This presentation is titled Comparison of Product and Process-Oriented Measures of Motor Competence in a Military College Cadet Population. My name is Dr. Ryan Sacko, and my co-authors Hannah Thompson and Giovanna Leon are from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. My other co-authors, Drs. David Stodden, Amy Hand, Kyle Silby, Brian Terlizzi, and Kate Abrams, are from the University of South Carolina. If you have any questions at the end of this presentation, please direct them to the Twitter handles you see listed below. This study included a total of 258 college-age individuals from a military school in southeastern United States. Developmental sequences were used to determine process-oriented motor skill levels of throwing, kicking, standing long jump, and hopping. The standing long jump consists of two sets of process-oriented scores: the takeoff from Clark and Phillips 1985 and landing from Lane et al. 2018. These were combined for the purposes of the study with a sum total of 17 used for analysis. Distance was measured for product in centimeters. Developmental sequences for kicking from Sacko et al., currently under review, were used to evaluate process-oriented skill with a sum total of 18. Speed was measured in miles per hour. Hopping from Halverson and Williams, 1985, was used for process with a sum total of 9, and speed per jump in meters per second was used for product. Finally, for throwing, the longitudinally validated study from Roberts in 1978 was used for process with a sum total of 9, and speed was measured again in miles per hour. Spearman's row correlations were calculated to determine the strength of associations between process and product-oriented scores. For standing long jump, a mean score of 206 centimeters with a standard deviation of 29.5 was measured for product, and a score of 14 out of 17 was measured for process. The relationship between these two measures was moderate, 0.493. For kicking, a mean score of 44.1 miles per hour with a standard deviation of 8.5 miles per hour was measured for product, while a score of 14 out of 18 was measured for process. The relationship between these two was moderate at 0.433. For hopping, mean score of 1.96 with a standard deviation of 0.34 was measured, while process was measured at a 7 out of 9. Keeping in mind that this relationship is inverse due to the fact that a more skillful hopper takes less hops in a distance but does them more rapidly, we're going to reverse this just for the purposes of this presentation. This relationship is represented with a moderate correlation of 0.432. Finally, throwing was represented with a mean of 56 miles per hour, a standard deviation of 12.7 miles per hour, and the process-oriented score of 7 out of 9. This relationship was the strongest out of the four, with a correlation of 0.626. Due to ceiling effects, lack of variability, and the lack of validated assessments for all motor skills, process-oriented measurements continued to present challenges to researchers. Although these results show promise, further investigation to increase the representation of all skill levels is warranted. Only 25% of this study's 18-year-old population demonstrated the highest level of skillfulness as determined by process-oriented measurements of hopping, throwing, and jumping, and only 2% in kicking. The lack of skillful distribution was expected in this study given the age and background of the participants. However, the lack of representation of the highest levels of skillfulness is alarming, and interventions to improve this lack of skillfulness is warranted. Further investigation into the utility of specific process-oriented components is also warranted to increase the speed and ease of use of these tools, specifically differentiated rotation of the hips, in future studies. Thank you. Again, my name is Dr. Ryan Sacko, and you can reach me and the following authors at the Twitter handles listed below with any further questions. Have a wonderful day.